Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This just came to me. I got this book today. Well, I ordered it a few days ago. It arrived today. I started reading it. It's at night. I was not even planning on doing this YouTube, but I felt like this is the perfect way to read this book. This book is Thriving as an Empath, 365 Days of Self-Care for Sensitive People. So many people feel so sensitive, especially in this world full of insensitive people. And we've gotten accustomed to not feeling our emotions. We've gotten accustomed to not expressing our emotions. We've gotten accustomed to not checking in on our emotions. We've gotten accustomed to just avoid and move on. I literally started reading this book. It's Thriving as an Empath by Judith Orloff. And it got really some good credits in the back. Deepak Chopra, he said, a book for sensitive people who want to lead empowered lives and savor the joy of being alive. Caroline Myss, I love Caroline Myss. I love Sacred Contract by Caroline Myss. That book changed my life. That book helped me see contracts in my life, relationships. I stopped taking things as serious as I should, especially as a sensitive person. You have to go through that thought process of realizing that yes, we feel and think deeper than others, but we should not take things so serious. So I love Caroline Myss for that. Oh my god, they got all my favorite people. And then Joe Dispenza, a true manual to help you master your inner empathic world. So yeah, it got some good credit. All the people I just mentioned are like my top 5 when it comes to self-help, when it comes to healing, when it comes to understanding your emotions, when it comes to just understanding your purpose and why we're here on earth. And so this book starts by saying nothing is more precious than being in the present moment, fully alive and fully aware. Nothing is more precious than being in the present, fully alive and fully aware. How many people can say that they in the present moment, fully alive and fully aware? How many? Not a lot. I was one of those people. I wasn't in the present moment. I wasn't fully alive. I wasn't fully aware. Until today, it's a mission of mine, and it's a bit of a bump in the road, because being present, I've noticed that I have to work on it a little bit more, especially when it comes to meditation. I cannot focus when it comes to meditation. My brain just go whoops. My intuitive part comes out like boop, 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 boop. It's like a whole nother dimension comes and take over. But let's get back to this being present. Being present for me is being in the moment, and it's hard to say you're being present if you're always on your phone. If you're always checking Instagram. Sensitive people, choose 3 social media that you want to do, and do it to connect with your family, do it to connect with your friends, but do it just to connect. Don't do it as an outlet, because you're going to overindulge, and it's really hard to be fully present and fully aware when you're always on your phone and you're always moving and you're always doing. So do one thing at a time. That is being aware or being present. Don't be eating on your phone, watching TV. I used to do that. I had to be busy. I am a multitasking person. 2021, I've made the choice that I will not multitask. I want to be fully present and fully aware. That's why this book started informing me. I need to be fully present and fully aware. For me, being present and fully aware, start with little habits. So the habits of deciding, okay, if I have social media, how many hours a day am I going to be on social media? I monitor my social media and do it. So if you are sensitive, choose at least 3 social media that you want to use, or 2 if you really have to connect. Facebook, I really hate Facebook because of the data breach, but I'm there because I connect with my people and my family is there, and I'm spreading the message on Facebook. So if you're using social media for the greater good or connection with your loved ones, fine, but do not overindulge. Just be there and walk out. When I used to move like that, I knew I was not trying to be present with my emotions. People that can't just do one thing at a time and focus. I mean, everybody's like, oh, multitask, multitask, multitask. Multitasking is wrong. You're not being aware of what's going on. You're not focusing on what you're doing. you're not giving your all to what you're doing. When you're eating, focus on eating. Like, manifest all that nutrition going in your body, manifest that health. How are you manifesting good nutrition and enjoying your food if you're multitasking on your phone, on TV? That's what it means to be aware and present. Do one thing at a time. Stop multitasking. Whoever said this multitasking is the way, they've been lying. Multitasking is not good. It's not good for manifestation. It's not good to be present. It's not good to enjoy the moment. You have to do one thing at a time. I won't even lie, I haven't even done with the introduction, but I wanted to share. As highly sensitive people love information. We love self-care stuff. We love self-care routine. We love self-care books. We love anything that's elevating us to the next level, whether it's emotional, mentally, financially. This is just elevation of soul, elevation of self, elevation of the mind. It's a platform for learning. We're learning. We're growing. Yo, I love this book. She says, I am fierce about my own self-care practices and teach these practices to my patients. She's a psychiatrist. Okay, so she teaches these practices to her patients. And she says, I feel so strongly about them because I want to keep enjoying the extraordinary gifts of sensitivity, including an open heart, intuition, and an intimate connection with spirituality and the natural world. Shallow emotional water. Woo! There's it coming. Shallow emotional waters don't appeal to me. I love going deep, and my sensitivity takes me there. Let me read that again. This is me. Shallow emotional waters don't appeal to me. I love going deep, and my sensitivity takes me there. I love that, I love that, I love that. I love it. You know why I love it? We have gotten so accustomed to not in tuning with our emotions. We've gotten accustomed to not talking about it. And when we go into these deep conversations, it's like you get to see life in such a deeper meaning that these surface things, materialistic stuff, these superficial energies that you want to project and accept, they all don't matter. When somebody can be open with you, when somebody can be vulnerable with you, that is the most intimacy as humanity that we can have, that can show us love. Love. We've gotten so confused about why we're here. Why we're here. Why we're here on earth. Going deep as sensitive people, we see life for what it really is. When I say we see life for what it really is, we could put the news on and we could understand what is really going on. We understand what kind of spiritual warfare that is. In the sense that the sensitivity, I wish everybody can have it. I wish everybody was born with it, not just 15% of us. I wish everybody was born with it, and I promise if everybody was born with it, we would be living in such an empathetic world, such a sensitive world. I am so sensitive that even if somebody does me wrong and I react to them and I try to give them that energy back, I will go back and apologize even if they don't. Even if they're wrong. And why I do that is not because I feel like I'm a better person. It's not because I suck up to people. It's not because I want to be nice. I understand that people don't do things to you because of you or you the problem. People are fighting their own demons. That's why if people are fighting their own demons, we have to go deep. We have to allow ourselves to feel. We have to connect with each other. People are so scared to connect and be open. Like, I'm an open book. Ask me about my childhood. I'll tell you. I won't go into details, but I'll tell you, like, this was my childhood. This was my teenage life. This is my adult life. This is what I went through when I first came to America. I'm open to it. I'm not going to pretend to be something that I'm not. Why? People that can't go deep, they pretend. We're not here to judge people who can't do what we're doing. We're here to teach people that they should at least try. Try to go deep. Go deep. Feel that. Talk about it. What traumatized you as a child? Why were you scared of lightning? And then when you grew up, why you continue being scared? What happened at night that made you scared of lightning? You're not scared of lightning. Something traumatized you. That's why you're scared of lightning. But you don't want to go deep. You don't want to understand why you are the way you are. You know what a beautiful thing it is to go deep? You know how beautiful it is to understand who you really are? If you don't go deep, you're moving on a program that your mother, your father, your family, society, your community, your government has put on you, or you have absorbed. But when you go deep, you learn, you search, you talk, you try to understand. You find yourself. You find your higher self. You find your soul. Our soul has always been here. If you don't believe in God, or if you don't believe in God, or you're an atheist, you know consciousness. If you believe in God, soul. Consciousness and soul is on the same vibration. Same thing. Consciousness, soul. In your mother's womb, you were a soul. You had a conscious. Conscious and a soul is your memory card. Your memory card to who you are. Whether you believe in reincarnation or not, but your soul is what connects you to source. God, Allah, Buddha, whoever you believe in. Or if you don't believe in anything, if you believe in the Big Bang Theory, you do know that your consciousness is part of the Big Bang, the sparks. It's that memory card that we hold on to, that when we get here, we're supposed to connect to remind us why we're here. But we can't do that if we don't go deep. How are you going to find yourself? So you're going to continue moving with other people's expectations of you? You're going to continue moving with other people's perceptions of you? You're going to continue moving with what you've been taught, what you've been accustomed to? You don't want to know who you are? You don't want to know what your soul's like? You don't want to know why you're so nice but you still want to be mean? You don't want to connect to yourself? Go deep. Like for me, going deep, I had to do it all around. I had to do shadow work. I'm still doing shadow work. Oh my gosh, shadow work is so intense. But why I'm doing shadow work is because I have a really a positive and nice side, very, very nice. But I also have a side to me that wants to like emerge. And I've noticed the more I suppress that side, that badass side, that bad side, that side that want to be selfish, the side that wants to just be bossy, the side that want to be controlling, I try to suppress it. The more I try to suppress it, the more it tries to emerge. So I had to dig deep, and I'm still digging deep, and I had to go do the shadow work. I had to go not only do the light, you also have to do the darkness. The darkness is just as scary. Go in there and be like, why am I bossy? Why do I want to be in control? Bring it up. It comes up. Once it comes up, you can hit it head on. Because you can, and like, you can't just sit here and say, oh, I know I'm this, I know I'm that, but you don't want to go in and bring it up to see why. You know you are what you are, and we've gotten accustomed to what you are. Oh yeah, so-and-so's moody, so-and-so's angry, so-and-so, when they drink, they get into fights, or so-and-so doesn't know how to be in a committed relationship. Tell us what your mommy and daddy did to you that you don't know what to be in a committed relationship. It's so important to have intimate connections. Life is about connections. When I pray, I'm not gonna lie, I pray for soul connections. When I say soul connection, I'm not talking about the opposite sex or relationship. I'm talking about, I love connecting with other women and other men in that spiritual realm, in a sense that people that are connecting with themselves in a higher sense, people that are connecting with their higher self, people that are connecting with their soul. So when you connect with your soul, you want soul connections. Not the whole superficial thing that people love, like now is my soulmate, my soulmate, my soulmate. There's different soulmates in different levels of healing and growing. People meet you at your level. So people like me, I connect with people at different levels. I could have 10 soulmates, I could have 5 small soulmates in my lifetime, but it's not the kind of soulmates you guys think of where one soul was just accustomed to one soul and boom. Certain people will have that. Not everybody's gonna have that. Certain people are gonna have 5 soulmates, certain people are gonna have 10 soulmates. I've already met some of my soulmates. I know I've had soul connections with them. And when you have these soul connections, as I said, it's not just about the opposite sex, it's about connecting with humanity, connecting with each other. If you can pray for soul connection, what comes after soul connection? Love without no attachment. What comes to love with no attachment? Love in humanity as all. It's all one in one. A big challenge for all sensitive people is how to be compassionate without absorbing the stress of others and the world. We don't have the same filters as most people. We are emotional sponges who feel everything and take it all in. I have spoken about the challenges of being highly sensitive before, especially talking about absorbing people's stress or emotions, and that's why this book is amazing. It's big on energies. It's just big. I love it. I have some other books too. I think I'm gonna do book readings. Let's do some books. We have our tea times with Czernaaz, we have our Friday recipes, and then we can do our book readings together. Yay! I'm excited for 2021. I hope you guys are just excited as me. I hope you guys are pumped up. I hope you guys are open to learning. I hope you guys are open to growing and just digging deep within yourself and finding out who you really are. Finding out what your soul wants, not what your mother told you to become, not what your father told you to become, not what society told you to become. Finding out what your soul wants. Because if you can work with your soul, you can shorten your ego. If you can shorten your ego, you can be one with humanity, because that's the goal. We all have to shorten our ego, or maybe make our ego smaller. But it's nice sometimes to have that ego, you know, because sometimes I'll have a conversation with my ego. I'll be like, yo, today I'm feeling beautiful, what's up, you're a badass bee. I'll be like, oh, oops. So it'll be like, humble yourself, relax, you know. But you need that. You need that balance. But don't have too much ego. Make sure you're spreading light and love. You don't tell people how you feel about yourself. When you're projecting that anger onto people, that insecurity, that anxiety, throwing jabs, being shady. When a person, before I used to think people being shady, the person's shady, I cut them off. I mean, now you've been shady, I'm still gonna cut you off. But before I used to cut them off because I used to take it so personal. It used to hurt my feelings. Oh my gosh, why is this person throwing shade? My friend throwing shade. What did I do? Why is she not happy for my progress? Why is she telling me this and that opposite to what I'm doing? I had to learn that had nothing to do with me. And you know how embarrassing it is when people throw shade now at my grown age? I look at them like, damn girl, you're not working on yourself? You're not healing? Don't be that person. Don't throw shade. Don't be messy. Don't gossip. Don't judge. It says more about you than the person you're doing it to. When you're judging the next man, you're judging yourself. You're showing us what you are lacking. Or you're showing us what you haven't worked on. Or you're showing us what you wish you had. Either or, it's all about you. It's never about the person you're judging or you're trying to project your stuff on. You don't have to have a therapist. I suggest you do get one. If you can't, get some self-help books. Start reading. Change your diet. Do mental exercises. Get some mental discipline in your life. Get some discipline at all. You know, even if you can't do all these things I'm saying, at least keep your thoughts to yourself. If it's negative, 2021, if it's negative, don't say it. I would suggest don't even think it. Change your thought process. Before I wrap this up, let's do this. This is how I try to control my thoughts. And I learned this from Dandapani. I'm not going to take credit for it. I watched him. I love Dandapani. He taught me that imagine your thoughts as a light bulb. And one thought comes up, light bulb, boom. Another thought comes up, another light bulb. Another thought comes up. Now, which light bulb are you going to give your attention to? It's always going to be the one with the most emotions, which is always the negative. It's so hard to have a positive and negative thought, and then you're always going to try to give the negative more attention than the positive. But when you learn mental discipline, when you learn self-restraint, you focus more on the positive. So when that negative mindset, that negative thought comes, just change it. change it to positive. The more you do that, the more you start talking positivity into your life. You start talking positivity into other people. I'd rather talk positivity into other people's life because I don't do it so much into mine. I know I do it alone. I try not to put my stuff too much in people's face. That I put it in their lives. I'll be like, sis, do this. Sis, do this. When I started my YouTube channel, I told my friend, yo, you're at home, start a YouTube channel. You know how to do hair. You talk positivity into other people's lives, you attract that into yours. The more you do it to other people, the more of that into your life. And things will just continue growing. Possibilities will just be in your life. If you focus on possibilities and not problems, you'll have more opportunities. Keep talking up that positivity into your life, into the people's lives around you, and that's the kind of energy you will keep having. If you want to go further alone and you're holding people back in your lives, girl, you ain't gonna go nowhere. Boy, you ain't gonna go nowhere. Don't hide the secret of life to people around you. Share that. Share the information. Because you may never know who's going to get there first, and the person who gets there first might take you. Thank you guys for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Hope you guys subscribe, like, and comment, and share, and get the book if you can. And we'll catch up next week. Bye.